One, two, three, four, five. Tennis, NHL, NFL, MLB, dude. This is really the best time of year to be sports betting, dude. We have every sport going on. It's going to be absolutely insane once the NBA starts. The NBA starts in like 2 weeks. It's going to be fucking crazy. Thank you, Prize Picks, for having multiple discounts. Does anyone know what the next Prize Picks discount is going to be? Anyways, let me get this locked in real quick. Hey, so I got it locked in. 5-pick flex play. Let's fucking go, boys. Whoo! What book do we want to look at next? That is the real question. Prize Picks 5 flex locked in for Taco Tuesday. Some of those plays are crossed markets, but again, not all of them. But this tennis play looks really solid. Again, Prize Picks, you're getting the same odds on the over and the under. It's a fixed payout sportsbook. You know, you take this girl to go over or under, you get the same damn payout. So the odds are the same, right? For the over and the under, should we rip some underdog, better, dabble? What do we want to do? Let's see here. What do you guys want to do? So that was a really good play on Prize Picks. But let's see what we can put together next. So Sleeper does have some discounts. That's the same discount. The discount they have on McKinnon, actually pretty solid, right? So they have McKinnon shot on goal at a 1.78x payout. Again, Sleeper's a weird book because they, I don't know why, but they put their odds in decimal format. So a 1.78x payout just means you're betting 100 to profit 78. So that's the same as minus 128 odds. So what you can kind of do is if we just go to the Avalanche game, for Sleeper, not all of their discounts are actually profitable, so I definitely recommend checking them. So you can see this discount's actually really good, right? We're getting his over essentially at minus 128 on Sleeper, and FanDuel has his over at minus 255, right? So this is a good play. Do you guys like when I give out Sleeper plays or no? Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. What am I doing? All right, so let's get it rolling. So I want to find something on Sleeper first. Again, Sleeper, I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys can find more value on Sleeper, but in general, it's a pretty tough book to beat. And the only reason is because they charge a lot of juice. You know, when you like go through their payouts, I mean, 57 cents of juice is pretty crazy. Minus 125, minus 132. Like they are baking a large spread into their market, offering pretty bad prices. Again, FanDuel was minus 114, minus 114 for most of these, you know, NFL player props. But this is a good play. You can kind of pick. There's, kind of two options. I like this play on Hurts better. Early NFL value for Thursday Night Football. Giants. Dude, the Giants game was fucking weird, man. So this is what I'm going to get locked in for the Sleeper discount. Best of luck if you play it. So can you guys see my screen? Yo, can you guys see my screen? Yeah. So again, you can just use an odds converter calculator to kind of convert the payouts into American odds, but that's not that important. Oh, baby. What do we want to do? So we gotten in some of the promos. I want to look at Underdog maybe. I don't know. Let's see if there's any value on Underdog. As a sports bettor, you want to follow the hot girl at the bar. What I mean by that is you want to bet on the book offering actually good value. So, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Oi, 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 oi. So, let's go here. And, damn, there's a lot of value on BetMGM. Where the fuck is Underdog Fantasy? Let's see if we can find something on Underdog. Although if Underdog's dry, I'm obviously not gonna force a slip. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of value on Hard Rock. Okay, so let's try to do an underdog slip if possible. Although, again, it's just like not really popping right now. Let me just try to zone in. Sometimes I get information overload. I got a little bit of ADHD, but let's see here. I mean, there's a couple plays for Thursday Night Football, but not a ton of value, to be honest. Let's see Better, Dabble, some of these other DFS sites that are super popular. Yeah, so, I mean, there's more value on Better. Better, Jake Paul's app. Let's see if we can do a slip real quick. Again, I'm going to try to move fast. I don't want to waste your guys' time in this stream. If you guys don't want Better, I unfortunately don't get promos on Better anymore. If I did get promos, I would bet them. But if there's any on Better, when you like go through it, this is the same play as Prize Picks, but regardless, when you go through Better, what you'll notice is the optimal slip is going to be a 5-pick entry or a 6 flex. So for 5-pick entries, it doesn't matter if you include insurance or you don't include insurance. For 6-pick entries, it does matter. You want to include insurance. Oh, baby. But what I want to do is really finish this slip. And again, if there's a promo, you can kind of remove one of my picks and run a different 5-man. What do we like, boys? What do we like? So let's see what we can do here. I like this play, WNBA play. I mean, the game's not till tomorrow. So we have 4 picks so far in this Better play. Right? But we want to run a 5-man. Again, for 3-mans, they only give you a 5x payout. That's literally the worst possible type of slip that you can take. Even Prize Picks, who in general is pretty cheap, they improved the payout of their 3-mans to a 6x payout, but unfortunately not on Better. So here we have the Hurts play, right? Every book you can see has his under heavily favored. Or sorry, that's actually Jackson Dart. But this play on Justin Fields I really like. But anyways, let's see if we can finish out this slip. What do we want to go with? Maybe let's run some NHL because that's starting up. I do like betting on the NHL. It's not my favorite sport to watch. But I did go to a couple Caps games last year. They were pretty fun. Anyways, boys, this is what I'm getting locked in. 5-pick entry. Again, when you go through the math behind Better, let me just show this full thing on the screen. Can somebody please put the link in the chat? And also just comment, what books you guys want to look at next. I know everyone wants fucking Hard Rock. You guys want Hard Rock? But what was I going to say, man? Is on Better when you, go through the math, right? So this is the slip. I mean, take a screenshot if you need to. All unders. I feel like as it usually goes, it doesn't really matter if you run this as a dynamic play or a perfect play. A perfect play is just a parlay. A dynamic play is like a flex play on Prize Picks. But you can see, again, for Justin Fields, right, these really sharp exchanges are offering his over at plus 122, right? Which means that his under is the much more likely outcome. That is a crossed market. Minus 121 is what you're getting when you go through the math behind Better. Again, I'm the only fucking person who does this for you guys, but for every single one of these DFS books, I've made videos. I've gone through the math behind each one, what slip type is mathematically optimal, and for Better, Hey, let's lock it in. What should we look at next, man? Yo, so we got it locked in. 5-pick entry. And I played it as a dynamic play, but again, it doesn't really matter. I love my spreadsheets. Fuck, dude, I love spreadsheets. Oh, yeah, what do I want to do? Let's see. Let's see what's out there, boys. So, what I'm going to do is let's put in, sheesh, bro. We do have some early NFL value. It's just a little far away. Let's see if there's anything on Hard Rock. Hard Rock, again, I'm in Virginia, and I literally live here because there's so many sports books. But Hard Rock just has a ton of value, and you can see there's already a lot of value. It's a very beatable sports book. The only like bad thing is limits, right? So is they don't always give you what you want to be able to bet on something. But essentially, like, dude, this Justin Fields play is also available on fucking Hard Rock. Do I just want to triple down on it? Wow, we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit right now. Let's see what we can do. Yo, so this play actually looks very solid on BetMGM. So this play's on MGM. Aaron Judge to hit a home run plus 230. Obviously, probably the most popular home run pick for today. But you can see here. What is my girlfriend texting me? Oh. So I'm running Aaron Judge to hit a home run what am I saying? I wish plus 530, plus 230. BetMGM is going to give me jack shit in terms of my max betting limits. But you can see here, I mean, right, this is it. This is arbitrage, right? You can literally bet on Aaron Judge to go over on MGM. And because Novig, as well as Circa, this is also crossed with Circa. If you put into ChatGPT, like what are the smartest, sharpest sports books, you'll see Circa, you'll see Novig, you'll see Pinnacle, obviously. But essentially, right, arbitrage is just because all these books set their own unique prices. It's when two books have such different odds that you can bet equal and opposite outcomes. Judge home run on MGM, and then you follow a hedge calculator, an arbitrage calculator. You could bet him to not hit a home run and make a risk-free profit. But the more important thing is one of these two bets has to be profitable, right? Like if we can bet on Aaron Judge to go yard plus 230 and bet on him to not go yard at minus 225 or minus 220 if you have access to Circa. I don't know what state Circa's in. I just look at it as a data point. One of these two plays has to be plus EV. And again, when you have a stupid sports book like BetMGM crossed with a sharp book like Novig or Circa, the value 99% of the time is going to be on the stupid book, BetMGM, right? Or Hard Rock or FanDuel, right? So let's see what else there is, though. Does FanDuel have any promos? They had an NHL profit boost. They have an MLB profit boost. You guys like my FanDuel place? Let's see if there's any home run value. That'd be nice. Oh, baby. So MLB profit boost on FanDuel, 30%. When I started sports betting, I would literally just take these promos and, hedge them to guarantee a profit. Damn, dude. The Chiefs are favored against the Lions. Sunday Night Football, does that make sense? The Chiefs, who just lost to the Jaguars, are favored against the Detroit Lions. I mean, they do have to fucking win the game. But that is a little surprising. I mean, you can see this looks good to Circa. I mean, if you want to get some early value on the Chiefs, that's not a horrible play. Line's a little confusing to me, but again, I don't know everything. I wish I knew everything. Yo, what the fuck is this, dude? What is going on Shane Bieber? Yo, fliff play. Shane Bieber over 15.5 outs for tonight at plus 185. Am I missing something? Whoa. Well, they just removed it, so it doesn't matter. I mean, did they? I don't know. What just happened on Shane Bieber? And they completely removed it. They just have Carlos Rodon. Anyways, whatever. But let's see what else there is. I'm going to start flying through plays a little bit faster at this point. So Colts minus 3.5 against the Cardinals. Just early value on Hard Rock. Again, this is not a book. It's a very beatable sports book, but unfortunately, it's not a book. I've made too much money on it. They don't give me super high betting limits, but I'll lock it in for $26. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to do this with OddsJam one-click bet. You literally hit the bet button. It takes you right there. So you can see Hard Rock is it's arbitrage, right, to ProfitX as well as Novig, and there's a ton of liquidity over 2K, so one of these two bets has to be profitable. You can't have crossed markets. One of the two plays has to be plus EV. You can watch, I have a YouTube video on my channel, but there's also plays for Thursday Night Football. Shit, I need to do that FanDuel boost. So FanDuel, they only give me 86.21 here on Theo Johnson. Yo, like the channel. Subscribe to the Twitch. I try to live stream a lot, give out a lot of good bets, but this is another super good play. What the fuck? You can also actually get this on Onyx Odds at a slightly better price of plus 119. So Onyx Odds is like a sweepstakes book. The only reason I don't do more plays for it on stream is they oftentimes seem, unfortunately, to adjust things quickly. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. So let's see here. Player receptions. Where the fuck is this guy? Theo Johnson. Yeah, it's already down. It's already down to plus 107. But regardless, ton of liquidity. $1,000 on a player prop is a lot of liquidity. So Theo Johnson, right? Actually, the line just got even better. Now it's minus 113. So again, you could just arbit bet the over on Novig, a super sharp book. Super fucking sharp, especially when liquidity is high. Peer-to-peer does not mean you are betting against your friends. Peer-to-peer means you're trading against market makers, trading firms. Shit ton of liquidity. One of these two bets has to be profitable, considering you could hedge for a guaranteed profit. And again, 99.99999% of the time, the value is going to be on the FanDuel side. And you can see they already fucking adjusted it. But let's see what else we got. Oh, baby. Yup. Damn. RJ Harvey under 2.5 receptions. Again, as a sports bettor, none of these books have unlimited max betting limits. You just want to place a bunch of bets, right? Every bet has an edge. Cross market, you can literally get his over and his under at plus money. Most bets are not arbitrage bets, right? On a sports book, we are looking for the rare few plays that actually, truly have an edge. But anyways, let's see if there's anything else. What do we have on like Fliff or Rebet or something? A lot of sportsbook value today. Not as much, it seems like, on Fliff or Rebet. We can put in Onyx Odds as well. Not much right now. I wish there was, but we obviously there's no college football tonight. Unfortunately, I just wanted to rip a quick stream. Now I've killed enough time. Where's the next Prize Picks discount? Yo, boys. Vlad Guerrero. So they got a discount on Vlad. Are they going to run another NHL one? No, they still have the Sergey one. So we have a new discount on Vlad. I actually already bet his over 1.5 on Dabble, but whatever. I already bet it. So let's see what we can put together. Falcons plus 4.5 against the Bills. I mean, early crossed market, right? You got to remember, if a trader, these trading firms, if they're offering Bills minus 4.5 at plus 105, that means if someone's offering liquidity, that means they're trying to take the opposite side, right? Which is essentially going to be Falcons plus 4.5 at minus 105. So you're basically copying and oftentimes getting better odds the markets of these really smart trading firms. And you can see Pinnacle, a lot of these very sharp books, right? Pinnacle, they have the Falcons favored to cover the spread. Basically, FanDuel's the only fucking book with the Bills favored to cover the spread. All these other books, the sharp books, they have the Falcons favored to cover the spread. Honestly, I'm a little surprised too that oh shit. I'm a little surprised that the Bills are only 4.5, but again, I follow the data personally. So let's see if we can do a Dabble slip as well as another Prize Pick slip. So I'm going to put in Dabble. And what is the first play? Jack Flattery over 1.5 earned runs. You guys like it? At least we have one good MLB series. Fucking Dodgers up 2-0. Yankees look horrible. Cubs just can't get a fucking out, dude. But anyways, we have Jack Flattery over 1.5 earned runs, right? But what's very interesting about this site, so this is another fixed payout book. Line's not available on Prize Picks. Does anyone know the best Dabble Shield? Regardless, I should probably make a tutorial video on it, but whatever. Is on Dabble, so this game actually starts soon. basically, like, they, similar to Prize Picks, have these goblins. And obviously, if you start including goblins in slips on Prize Picks, they're supposed to be, like, they reduce your payout. You know what I mean? Like, they're supposed to be the easy wins. Prize Picks is going to reduce your payout from 6x to 3x, shit like that. On Dabble, sometimes they just, like, forget. On Dabble, sometimes they just, like, forget to add in the payout shift. So I can show you what I mean. Oh, shit. Yo, check this out. Let's see if they forget to add the payout shift in here. So we have Javon Gordon. Check this out. Check this out. Over 40.5 rushing yards. You can see early college football value. If you can't play college football, run Patrick Lane. Over 1.5 shots on goal. Maybe there's some early touchdown value too. I don't know. Let's see. Touchdown. No, but you could run this Patrick Lane play as well. I mean, again, Pinnacle, really sharp books. Every book has Patrick Lane's over heavily favored. So are they adding in a payout shift? That's the first question. And they are. So here, unfortunately, you got to pick your shields the right way. They are adding in a payout shift. What are the best Dabble shields we can go with? Someone just texted them to me. We have Zach McKinstry over half of an HRR. Let's see if this one works. Right? So this is supposed to reduce our payout, and it doesn't. That is like the best thing in the world as a sports bettor. Thank you to whoever the fuck just texted me this. So this seems like a really good play. And what I'm going to do quickly is let's just make sure this is actually a good shield. So we have Zach McKinstry. And you can see, like, I mean, most of the books actually have his line at 1.5. But Bookmaker, BetCris, you know, which are known to be really smart books, they have the over as a massive favorite. So this is definitely a good pick. We definitely want to run it. Long story short. So get it locked in. So I'm going to play it. And this is going to be a Dabble play. And again, because Dabble has me limited, I've made too much money on them. Unfortunately, what you can do to kind of get around limits is you can just create a slightly different slip, and they still don't add in a payout shift. So you can replace the shield with another profitable shield. You can do shit like that. But again, you can copy my entries, hopefully directly on the app. Yeah, fuck yeah. So I see already 101 people copied, and yesterday we had some success. Not as much as, you know, maybe I would have hoped, but we did have this, you know, it's 20x payout, dude. You hit 20 slips and you win one Dabble 20x, you break even. So you only need to win 5% of your 20x parlays, you know. So, but what we can do, what I sometimes like to do as well is do this, is if I go here and I go back to Flattery. Yo, so check this out. Check this out. Don't miss it. Sometimes you can include two shields. On Dabble, when you go through the math, the optimal slip type is a 5 pick entry, minus 122 odds, or a 3 pick entry. I've made videos on it. I could put them in the chat, but whatever. So another great shield is Judge over 1.5 HRRs. We're already on Judge home run. Also, we got to do that. And unfortunately, they removed this play. Shit. Give me a sec. So now we need to find a fucking replacement. Because they removed the college play, which was really good, which is a little bit frustrating. I don't mind this play for Thursday Night Football. Jackson Dart, he's going to fumble the ball 17 times again. Dude, I feel like the Giants... So here, there is a very slight payout shift to 19x. But for getting two shields, Aaron Judge is a massive favorite to go over. In my opinion, it's still worth playing. So I'm going to go ahead and run it. So this is another Dabble slip, again, because I made too much money on them. They got me limited to some bullshit. But regardless, here we got it. 5-pick entry. They didn't really bump things. They didn't really bump things that fast, which is obviously pretty nice. Anyways, let's see what else we have here. There's a ton of arbitrage bets, but And again, what's amazing about this OddsJam arbitrage tool is you always know, right? Like one of the two bets, the top play or the bottom play, has to be a plus EV wager. So if you don't just literally want to arb, bet equal and opposite outcomes to make a guaranteed profit, you know this bet or this bet is profitable. This bet or this bet. This bet or this bet. Going down the list. I mean, you just know it. Shit, dude, what are we talking about? Let's see here. Damn, so now Theo Johnson, it's actually recommending that we bet this at plus 106 on Onyx odds. So if you didn't get it on FanDuel at plus 116, you could still run it if you wanted to. Yeah. Let's see what else there is. Jackson Dart under half of a passing touchdown, a shit ton of liquidity, 2.3K being offered at minus 154. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking these really sharp, quantitative trading firms and hedge funds who are offering liquidity. They're offering his over at minus 154. So they want to bet, they think it's a good bet to be on his under at plus 154. So we're like copying their homework. You're copying the models of these trading firms. We're getting his under at an even better price, not plus 154, but plus 155. But again, they just give you jack shit betting limits on Hard Rock. I've made like 40K on this sports book or something. Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown. His under is being offered at plus 158 for a ton of liquidity. The person offering 2K on him to not score a touchdown at plus 158, that's not your neighbor, dude. That's a trading firm. That's someone really smart, really sharp. So 25.58 is all that they're going to let me bet. So I'll run it. Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown. Minus 155. Damn, dude. And literally, you could just go down the list. Obviously, higher liquidity is better when you're using this sharp money tool or cross-market EV tool. But again, like what's amazing about arbitrage, even if you don't literally arbitrage bet, is you just have 100% confidence in your edge. If there's arbitrage between a smart book and a stupid book, a sharp book and a dumb book, Novig, ProfitX, Pinnacle, Circa, Bookmaker, those are the sharp books. If they are arbitrage, especially when there's a high amount of liquidity on Novig and ProfitX, when they're arbitrage to a stupid book like Hard Rock or FanDuel, like you have a fucking incredible play. Or you could just bet them both and guarantee a profit. Dude, this market is just ripping on Theo Johnson. Now he's down. What the heck? Now his under is being offered at plus 100. And we can get his over is being offered at plus 100, which means someone is trying to bet his under at plus 100. And we're able to get this at plus 105. But again, shit-ass betting limits. Jackie Young over 16.5 points in the Aces game. So again, when I was a quant trader, I would place hundreds of trades a day. Hundreds, tens of thousands. So as a sports bettor, I want to place hundreds of bets a day. Every bet has an edge, and then you kind of let the math work itself out. If you actually have an edge, you're obviously going to make money long term due to the law of large numbers. But what else do we have, dude? Oh, shit! We got to do the Prize Picks discount. What am I doing, bro? We also have to do the FanDuel promo. What are you doing, Alex? Why am I stupid? Yo, why did no one remind me that we have to do the Prize Picks discount? You guys are fucking pissing me off. Yo, so check this out. We have Vlad. We have Hurts. Oh, so it was Hurts under 18.5 passing completions. Crossed market. Not a shit ton of liquidity, but looks solid. Right? His over is being offered at plus 123, so we know his under is the favored, the more likely outcome. So what I want to do is put something beautiful together for you guys. I love putting beautiful stuff together. So let's see what we can do here. And let's see. So what do we want to do? Logan Gilbert, nah. I'm not running that, bro. I mean, FanDuel, $40 billion company, you obviously want to put some weight into their odds. Check out this NHL prop. So FanDuel is offering this guy's, wait, this is NHL first period. Yo. So where do you find this on Prize Picks? Oh, never mind, I found it. Ryan Donato, very random player prop. Sometimes that's where the value is in these weird random markets. So you can see on FanDuel, his over half of a shot on goal. Him to have a shot in the first period. It's an underdog. It's being offered at plus 108. So you know that the under is the favored or the more likely outcome. And again, on Prize Picks, you take his over, you take his under, you get the same payout. So that's a play we want to be on. Oh, shit. And then the final play I'm going to go with is going to be tennis. Yo, can somebody please put the link in the chat? I'm done building this Prize Pick slip. Sheesh. She kind of looks like fucking Caitlin Clark, bro. Anyways, here you have it, okay? A lot of unders. Discount. So obviously the discount's good. You know, Prize Picks, on Prize Picks, when you like break down the math, you'll see this is underdog, but underdog 6-mans are the best payouts in the DFS industry. Anyways, here's the play. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Where's the link, boys? Also, what other books do we want to look at? But let's see what else we have. So let's go here. Let's put in FanDuel, BetMGM, Rebet. Was there anything else on Sleeper? Did I miss any other good promos, dude? Let's see. So again, these profit boosts are usually, you know, like this one. These are usually almost always horrible. I don't even know what these are called. I guess they're boosted odds shit. What's good is the discounts. The discounts are usually pretty good. So like this A.J. Brown one is obviously pretty good, but the question is there any value on Sleeper? And that's what we got to figure out real briefly. I mean, this Theo Johnson play, we're getting worse odds than we were on FanDuel, but again, because Sleeper is just such a hard book. So they have the under at a 2x payout, which is plus 100. You're betting 100 to win 200, 100 in profit. So a 2x payout in decimal odds or payout format, that's just the same as plus 100 odds. But bro, why is there limitless value, dude? Why? Let's see. Oh shit, we got to do that FanDuel boost. Nothing's better than tennis value. This play looks incredible. It's arbitrage. Again, you have 100%. Like, there's not that many arbitrage bets available in the market, right? I use a ton of sports books. You are looking for, damn, they actually give me like $51 total on this. Not horrible, right? Not horrible. Better than I expected for this Felix dude. Damn, there is a lot of shit. Yo, so this is a Hard Rock play. Again, a lot of you guys like Hard Rock plays. It's a great sports book. It's super easy to beat. And you can just go down the list. There's a lot of tennis value. So again, plus 110, arbitrage to ProfitX. So one of these two bets has to be profitable. ProfitX is a super sharp book. You can see Pinnacle's market was plus 103. Right? They had him at plus 103, minus 114, so a super tight market. Most important calculator in sports betting, no VIG fair odds. You can just de-VIG the market, remove the VIG, and the fair price would be plus 108. Damn, so this also looks really good to Pinnacle, long story short. I mean, there's limitless stuff we could do. But what I really want to do is this FanDuel promo. I could just hammer out BetMGM and Hard Rock bets all day long. I could. I really could. I mean, it's crazy, but it's true. We cannot place your bet. Why can't you place my bet, bro? Damn, they literally, BetMGM did not give me much on that Justin Fields play. But let's see what we have on FanDuel. Because this MLB game's about to start, and then nobody is going to want to be on this live stream. Quinn Priester under... So let's see if there's any plays on FanDuel. Again, initially, like when I started sports betting, I would just take these profit boosts and like hedge them, arb them, arbitrage bet them. Which you can do, obviously. I mean, so for example, this is the best home run bet available right now. What do we like actually better? Let's see. I feel like the Blue Jays can't miss right now. Yeah, I think Ben Rice is the best play. So when you add the profit boost, you're getting plus 550. Depending on, like, I don't know, if you're up money, down money, limited, they'll give you different max betting limits for these promos. But again, like, FanDuel's offering the best price. Novig has the under at minus 462. Not a horrible play. You could just arb it. Plus 550 minus 462 is obviously arbitrage, but I'm also just going to slam it because I want to fucking bet for tonight. Maybe not that big. Maybe not that big, but... Oh, shit. Fuck, dude. I should have ran this. This plays much better in a huge crossed market. It also looks incredible to Circa and Pinnacle. Circa, they only have a 160-cent spread, and we're getting him at plus 600. This play I'm going to slam. And it's already down to plus 540. Which I don't even think looks horrible. To be honest, I don't even think plus 540 looks horrible. But again, plus 600 would have been incredible, but whatever. That's just not the way the world's going to work. But I will slam it. Okay, this is probably the best home run bet for tonight. I also do really like it. So we're going to run him to go yard plus 540. Damn, dude. Pretty annoyed that got bumped on me, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So let's go here. And let's see. Anything on Dabble? Dabble, you got anything for me, bro? I mean, Suzuki. Yo, so check out this play. Dude. You don't, like, some people will be like, oh, FanDuel has the over at minus 105, so the over's favored. No, no, no. They're only offering a one-way market. Suzuki also hasn't singled any of the past 5 games, right? Obviously, that doesn't matter that much. That's priced into the market. That's factored into the odds that these books are putting out. But regardless, like, oh, shit, there is some value on Prize Picks. Where are you? You can also get this on Prize Picks. But you can see, like, you know, Onyx odds. A one-way market, books generally just juice the shit out of their market, right? Because it's not a market. It's kind of like if someone's like, I'll buy your house for $100,000. That doesn't tell you how much your house is worth. You need a two-way market. Whereas if someone's like, your house is worth between $700,000 and $800,000, you have a range, right? One-way markets are useless. But regardless, you can see ProfitX, all of these sports books, all these data points, betting exchanges, every book has Suzuki heavily favored to not get a single. So that play looks solid, but what we need to do is find some other plays that we can go with. So let's see if that Judge Shield is still available. I wouldn't mind running some Judge. What else is available in terms of Dabble Shields? Riley Green to get a hit is also pretty solid, but they may add in a payout shift. We'll have to see. We got to see. We got to see. Sheesh. I mean, This play obviously looks good. Brown. It actually is. Like Dabble, when you go through the math, right? They give you the same payout over under, so the odds are the same again. But it's actually arbitrage, right? But Profit X doesn't have a ton of liquidity, plus 124, right? There's only $40 in liquidity, so it's not a ton. But they're unfortunately adding a payout shift to that shield. So you kind of need to like, okay, like what is the best shield that's not adding a payout shift? Like, is Torres going to add a payout shift? Let's see. Yeah, so that's actually a brutal payout shift, which is kind of annoying because it seems like a lot of payout shifts today. Let's try Sal Frelick. Now is there a payout shift? Let's see. 5.4x. Weird, dude. So the Aaron Judge play and the Zach McKinstry play did not have payout shifts. But they unfortunately removed that one. So, poor Aaron Judge. So Aaron Judge, this is a 0.9x shield, but it's actually really solid. Like, if you look at his over, he's a massive favorite to go. Again, you can copy my bets directly on the app. Here's the play. But if you look at Judge, right, where is this? No! Sorry, I meant to go to the markets. If you look at Aaron Judge, right, damn, most of these books have his line at 2.5. Worthless. Where are books offering his line at 1.5? But long story short, all the books offering his line at 1.5 HRRs have his over very heavily favored. So this is a good play, but let's see what else there is. So Jackson Dart just ticked better. Now his under's only his over is being offered at minus 153, which means sharps are trying to bet his under at plus 153, and you're able to get plus 155 on Hard Rock. Tennis play with extreme value that actually has decent betting limits, right? Belinda Belancic. These tennis players have some names sometimes, right? So again, this is arbitrage. It actually, you know, you could bet Mertens. You could bet make a risk-free profit. These two books have such different odds. So we know one of the bets has to be profitable. And again, if you just blindly bet every arbitrage opportunity between a sharp book and Hard Rock, you are going to make money because Hard Rock is stupid. Hard Rock is very easy to beat. And you know for a fact, right? One of the bets is profitable. You have a really high confidence in your edge, which is super valuable. Houston minus 13.5 at minus 115. I mean, you could literally, like, with OddsJam, one-click bet. It takes 2 seconds to lock in these plays. I mean, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, maybe I lied, maybe it's 3 seconds, 4 Mississippi, 5 seconds. I mean, I could lock in like 20 bets a minute. But anyways, what else do you got for me, Britt? Nah, not a ton else. I'm going to call it a day for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, boys. Enjoy the MLB playoffs. Hopefully the Yankees win to make the series a little longer and more interesting.